Hi, teacups. I'm Kenna.
And I'm Christina, and we're going to spill the tea for you guys today. We have a really cool guest lined up for you, and instead of doing Broadway Tea at the end, we have a fun little game that we're going to play. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of housekeeping. As you guys know, Broadway for Racial Justice is an amazing organization, and they literally exist to make conditions better for BIPOC people in the theater industry. So they have different casting initiatives and just all kinds of things. They have an allyship program, they have an amplification program, and my favorite thing that they have is they have a hotline, and it's open 24 hours a day. And if you experience any race-related trauma in your theater job or in the theater industry at all, then you can call and speak to a BIPOC person on the other line. And they're a relatively new company. They've been around for a little bit over a year now. So any donation that you can donate counts. No penny is too small, no donation is too large. Yeah, and you will know that your money is going to contribute and do some amazing work, because in a little bit over a year, they've already accomplished so much. So our link, we set up a GoFundMe. It is down there. Please donate.
And I'm just going to mention our social media. If you don't follow us on Instagram, that is Christina and Kenna down there. And there's a link tree in the bio, and that has the link to the GoFundMe and just other important things. But make sure to follow us on there, because we have fun games, and we have guests. Yeah, we have games. We show who our guest is. It's a lot of fun over there, so make sure to go follow us. And who knows, we might follow you back.
Yeah, we might, definitely.
And with that, let's meet our guest.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Hi, Brynn.
Hi.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh no, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Every week we like to do a little emotional check-in. So how are you today?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. So while I wait for my next theater gig, I've been working at like theater camps for kids and teenagers. So we just had our last day of camp for Columbia Center for Theatrical Arts Rising Star Youth Program. So that's always like a bittersweet day, because I'm so proud of them. But yeah, so I'm doing well. It's really, really fulfilling. So I'm pretty content today.
Oh, that's really good. That's amazing. That sounds amazing.
And how are you, Christina?
I am really good. It's been raining today, but I did a dance workshop today, and it was really fun. And it was like it was a style that I'm not really normally that comfortable with, but the teacher was just really fun, and everybody was just giving it their all, and it was really fun. So yeah. And Kenna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's raining here as well, but I'm super just excited for our interview today, because it's going to be awesome.
Yes, and without further ado, I think it's time we dive right into the interview. So, Brynn, can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. Oh, that's always such a difficult thing for me. I'm always like the worst person to be like, hey, let me talk about myself. So like, what would you like to know?
I mean, just like a general overview, like all the like, the like where you're from, just a brief synopsis.
Okay. So I grew up in Maryland. My dad was in the Navy, so we moved around a bunch, but I claim Maryland. I grew up homeschooled, so I didn't have like the public school or even private school experience. And yeah, I started theater when I was 5 years old and completely fell in love with it. It started off as just a way to get to perform with my mom, and then it quickly became just my way of expressing myself. So yeah, that's like it in a nutshell, I think.
That was a nice synopsis.
And then just going, we got you into the performing arts.
So what got me into performing arts, so like I said, I was 5, and my mom performed my mom was a performer. She danced for years with the New Jersey Ballet and went into the Army and got out of the Army when she found out she was pregnant with me. But we moved to Maryland, and my mom really missed performing on the stage. And so she found a local dinner theater, which is unfortunately closed down now, but it was called Chesapeake Music Hall in Maryland. And they were holding auditions for Big River. That's the show that they were putting on. And the director of the show said, hey, we need somebody to play Betsy, who was one of the slaves in the show. And the director had this like really cool idea to make Betsy a kid, so that the scene where she gets sold away from her mother would be like really, really heart-wrenching. You know, it was way more traumatic for the audience. And my mom said, well, I have a daughter. She's never done anything like this before, but she's cute and well-behaved. And so the director was like, sure, bring her in. Why not? And yeah, so I went to the audition and I sang Loverly from My Fair Lady, because I was a huge My Fair Lady fan. We would watch movie musicals at home, and that was my favorite. I sang Loverly from My Fair Lady, and I got into the show, which was so cool.
That honestly sounds like such a cool show, and like I wish I could have seen it. And I'm so sorry that the theater closed down. Like, that's really sad.
You know, it happens, but like it's sad, but there were so many memories. There are so many memories like in those walls and everything. And I'm still friends and close with all of the adults that I worked with when I was a kid. So yeah, while I wish the theater was still open, it's still very much a big part of who I am. And it's almost, I mean, that's kind of how theater goes. And it prepared me for getting older and being on Broadway, where I'm in a show and it's an open-ended run, but then the show closes. So I had other friends who were like completely traumatized when the show would close, and they were just so upset and devastated. And like, for me, I was sad, but I grew up doing local dinner theaters where you only do a show for like 2 months, or, you know, at most. And then that show closes and then you go into another show, or you can't go into that other show because you're not right for the show, but like you may go into the one after that. So, like, I wish it was still open, but everything I went through kind of prepared me for everything that I go through, if that makes sense.
Right, for sure. And I know you mentioned that you were homeschooled.
Mm-hmm.
You went to college at age 15.
I did. I started college when I was 15.
And for like reference, Ken is 15 and I'm 16. So like that, like our age. What was it like starting college like so young?
I mean, it sounds like it would be a way bigger deal than it actually was. So the college I went to was County College of Morris in New Jersey. And I went to that college because my grandmother, who just recently retired, like she just retired this year. My grandmother was a college math professor there. She was like the head of the math department. Not the head of the math department, but she did something important for the math department. So that's the college that I went to. And so anytime I say, oh, I started college at 15, people are picturing like 15-year-old me on campus, like in dorms, when that was not the case. It was the community college. My grandmother walked me to and from every single class, which was great to have her there, but like mortifying as I'm walking around all of these like 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds who had no interest in me whatsoever. But yeah, so it wasn't like a college experience. It was just kind of like, it was really just my first classroom experience. Plus I didn't end up going full time because I was doing, when I started college, I was doing classes during the day. And then at night I was going into New York and doing 13. So I just had so much going on that it didn't even feel like the true college experience.
Right. Well, wow. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy because like I'm 15, I could never imagine like being in college.
You know, the thing about college is they have like in high school, they have to prepare you for any college that you end up going to. As soon as you get into college, the majority of colleges have like beginning math and beginning English that are requirements to take. You either have to test out of it or you have to take it. So it sounds way more daunting than it actually is. But I am a firm believer that like by 15, 16, if you're disciplined enough to do the work and to do your studying and to get everything done, then you're ready for college classes. Not necessarily ready to like leave the house and be away from your parents, but like for college classes, I'd be willing to bet that you're ready for it now.
Well, yeah, I take college classes. Like I take like AP classes, which is college class, like you get college credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I like took one last year, and then this year I'm taking 3. And then like our creative director, she does dual enrollment at a college. So like I don't know. It's interesting, but I think just like being like, oh, like I'm going to college, like it's like a different feeling, I guess.
And then you made your Broadway debut as a sewer kid in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang when you were 12. And like, what was that experience like?
It was so fun. Honestly, I always say that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was the best show to make my Broadway debut in for a bunch of different reasons. So I grew up watching the movie because, again, I loved movie musicals. And so I would watch Chitty almost every single day, watch the movie. I tried learning the dances. Unsuccessful because I'm not a strong dancer, but I tried so hard. And so I already knew the show going into it. I knew the most popular songs, and I got to work with so many legendary Broadway performers like Raul Esparza and Aaron Dilley and the late Jan Maxwell and all of these incredible people that I got to watch. I got to learn by watching them. And our cast had 13 kids in it and 12 dogs. And I think we had a total of like 50 castmates. So it was such a huge and exciting show. Plus our producers like owned the James Bond movies, and so they were ridiculously rich and treated backstage like a movie set. So it was crazy and just so much fun. And that's one of those shows that I had just as much fun off stage as I did on stage.
Yeah, well, in the like same vein of like Broadway, you were the youngest person in history to win Broadway's Gypsy Rose. What was that experience?
Yeah, so they've actually changed the name to the Legacy Robe now because out of respect for the Romani people, because that's the other is a slur. So it's the Legacy Robe now. I believe it's a Legacy Robe, but I didn't know what it was. So when I won it, it was only my second Broadway show. And so for those of you who don't know, the Legacy Robe is given to the ensemble member who has the most Broadway credits. And in a shocking turn of events, my second Broadway show, which was In My Life, I won the Robe because I had done Chitty Chitty Bang Bang 6 months before that. And everybody else in the ensemble was making their Broadway debut. It was a really, really small cast. So I went from being in a cast of 50 people in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang to being in a cast of 13 people. And everybody in the ensemble was making their Broadway debut. So it was like the world's biggest fluke. that I won. And I had only just learned about it. So I didn't realize how cool of a thing it was until I got older. But it was a lot of fun. I got to so after you win the robe, you go and you pass that robe on to other Broadway musicals that are opening. So I was 12 and I then got to go backstage at all of the shows that were opening and like be there for their opening night ceremony and pass on the robe. So I was like, I mean, it was like the equivalent of taking the world's biggest comic book fan and telling them that they can be on the set of Avengers. Like it was, I was so out of my element and so in awe of everyone. And so it was really like I was just touring all of the different Broadway theaters, but I loved it.
And then kind of off of that, you were in 13 the Musical. You played Cassie, which we talk about 13 the Musical a lot on this show. I'm such a big 13 fan. But just what was that experience like?
It was interesting in a lot of different ways. I mean, of course, it was a lot of fun, but so when I auditioned for 13, I was auditioning for Spring Awakening at the same time. I was auditioning to replace Lily Cooper, who was leaving the show. And I really, really, really wanted Spring Awakening. And I was going from the 13 audition and then going like 6 blocks away to the Spring Awakening audition, then going back to the 13 callback, then going back to the Spring Awakening like work session. So, and that was all in the same day. I went to like 2 callbacks for both shows, all in one day. I really, really, really wanted Spring Awakening. I had gotten to a point where I was like, I'm tired of being looked at as a kid. I want to be a teenager. I want people to start seeing me more mature because I was 14 auditioning for 13. I think I was 14 auditioning for it and then 15 when I actually started. So I was like, I'm going to be 15. I don't want to be in a show that's about 13-year-olds. And so I was devastated when I didn't get Spring Awakening. I didn't get Spring Awakening because I looked too young. And I was so upset because that's something I've been told my entire life. You look too young. You look too young to do this. And so I was really, really upset. So I went into 13 I had very conflicting emotions because I wanted Spring Awakening, but I wasn't excited about 13. But I felt badly because there are thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people who all want to be on Broadway. And here I was on Broadway in another show, in my 4th Broadway show, and I wasn't excited about it. And so what helped was that I knew people who were already in the cast. The other thing about 13 was that I joined the show on Broadway, but they had already done an out-of-town run at Goodspeed, and they had done a New York reading before that. So the majority of the cast, they already knew the show, they knew each other, and I was coming into it brand new, and I knew nothing. And that was my first time doing a show that had already been established elsewhere. So it started off really, really daunting for me because I felt like I was just constantly behind everyone. And like, I remember, because on Broadway, they're required to give you like 10-minute breaks every hour, every 2 hours, something like that. The rules are fuzzy, so don't quote me on that. But they're required to give you 10-minute breaks. And all the other kids would go out, would go and like drink water and, relax in the lounge. And I was in the rehearsal room, like still going over all of the choreography because I just I felt like I was the only one that didn't know it. So 13 didn't start getting fun until after they put Brand New You in the show, because then I was like, oh, this is my song, which was another reason why I wanted to do Spring Awakening, because Marta in Spring Awakening sings Dark I Know Well. And in 13, when you read, so they had a novel about 13, and my mom gave me the book, like trying to encourage me and like, aren't you excited about this? And I was flipping through I read the book in like 2 days, and mom was like, did you hear anything about Cassie? And I said, no, I haven't seen anything about Cassie. So if you read through the book, Cassie's not mentioned in the 13 book. And on the first day of rehearsal, after the first day of rehearsal, my mom was like, so Brynn, do you have any lines? Like, what do you have to do? And I was like, well, I'm off book. And she goes, what? And I said, I'm off book. I know everything. I know all my lines. And she goes, really? And I said, yes. Count me in, count me out. Hi, Brett. I want a Wonder Bra. And I was like, so it was difficult for me. But once Brand New You got put in the show, then I was like, I have something to do. And I felt like it was something that was put in the show that hadn't been at good speed, that wasn't in the New York reading. And so it was something that we all were learning together. And it was my first time having a major solo on Broadway. So 13 started off way, way more daunting, but I grew to love it. And now, having done it, I wouldn't change anything about it for the world. Like, if I could go back and if you were to say, hey, you can go do Spring Awakening or 13, I would choose 13 just because of everything that I learned from it and everything that came about it.
I would honestly say Brand New You. That was like, I was a part of this like musical theater. Like, we just did multiple songs from Broadway, and this is in 5th grade, and Brand New You was one of the songs he did, and that was like part of the reason I love performing and why I want to be on Broadway now. So.
Oh, that is so cool. Thank you. That really means a lot, because like when you're in a show, you're in this bubble. And so a lot of, if you're lucky, the show will feel like a big deal while you're in it. But then once it closes, it almost kind of like disappears into thin air. Like, it's the fans of the show that keep the memory alive and that keep the show alive after it's closed, especially with shows like 13, which really, it only ran, 3 months? 2.5 months, not counting previews, something like that. So yeah, it's great to hear that it had such an impact on you.
Yeah, well, for me, Spring Awakening and 13 are like 2 of my all-time favorite shows. Like, when you were talking about Spring Awakening, like, that is one of the shows that like Spring Awakening and 13 are 2 shows that when people like don't know them and like I like get personally offended. I'm like, please go listen to this right now. You need to.
When I did In My Life, my second Broadway show, our swing/dance captain was John Groff. He was making his Broadway debut. So like, we spent so much time together backstage at In My Life. And I remember when he started Spring Awakening and he was like all excited, rightfully so. But it took ages for my parents to let me go and see it. I was like, I have to go and see Jonathan. He's starring in this show. And yeah, so it took.
Yeah, the chat says Christina rides hard for Spring Awakening. I do like. And like, shamelessly, I'm not afraid to admit that I have seen the slime tutorial for, like, I have seen this bootleg like a lot of times. It is a great show. And then the Deaf West Spring Awakening like shook me to my core. And then like 13, I shamelessly will admit I've seen slime tutorials for that too. Like, these are like my comfort shows. Like, so like to hear you talk about both of them is great. On the topic of a show that had a little bit of a resurgence last December when Matt Morrison played the Grinch in the NBC live version. You played Betty Who in the Grinch.
did.
What was that like?
I played. So I have to say, you know, Betty Who, not to be confused with Cindy Lou Who, because like people are always like, "Oh, you played Cindy Lou Who," and I'm like, no. I played her sister. So Betty Lou Who was the sister of Cindy Lou Who, which really meant that I got to be like ensemble with a name. But I would say that How the Grinch Stole Christmas was the most fun that I had on stage, because I am, again, it was a show that I already knew, because I grew up watching the animated one. And then when the Jim Carrey version came out, I mean, Jim Carrey was my favorite actor growing up. And so to get to be in it on stage, it was another instance of, oh, I know this. I already know some of the songs. Plus, I am a huge Christmas fan. Yeah, which it's my favorite. So yeah, it was really great. It was great to be part of. So that was my most fun on stage.
Did you watch the NBC Live Grinch Stole Christmas? And if so, do you have opinions?
There was a reason why I didn't, which had nothing to do with any of the promos. I think what was I doing? I was doing something. I was working somewhere or had like a rehearsal. So no, I did not see it, but just talking about I know that it got so much, there were mixed reviews, to put it nicely. There were mixed reviews. Anytime you do an adaptation of a story that is so well loved, people are going to have thoughts. People are going to have opinions. And anytime you have a creative team, that creative team is going to have a completely different completely different vision than another creative team. So it's one of those things that I kind of had to learn to let go of, because How the Grinch Stole Christmas, when I did it, was completely different than how they did it in San Diego before me, and the way that I did it was different than the next year when they did it on Broadway, which was completely different from the tour that they did the following year. And so it's kind of like, are there things I would change and do differently? Yes. But if we're being honest, there are things that I would change and do differently about like Hamilton. That's just the creative mind. So the only way that Grinch was going to be amazing for me was being able to see all of my castmates and the original choreography, or just seeing the original choreography and the original people. I mean, in my cast, we had Patrick Page playing the Grinch, and we had John Cullum playing Old Max. So, which is different than like in years later, just recently, where they had Gavin Lee playing the Grinch. Gavin, who I worked with in SpongeBob, who I adore, and he is one of my favorite performers out there. But me, when I heard that Gavin got casted in Grinch, I was like, but he's not like Patrick. He's not like Patrick at all. But it's a different adaptation. So that's the most I can say on that without actually seeing it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that after I watch it, I'm going to call you back and be like, hey, let's talk about this, because it's nostalgia, and as a performer who sometimes directs, I'm critical of everything. Mm-hmm. So I try not to. I try to remember that like no one sets out to put on a bad production, unless you're in the show, the producers. No one like sets out to put on a bad production. Everybody is doing their best, and everybody has their own vision. And sometimes that vision aligns with the masses, and sometimes it does not. And it is completely the opposite of that. So yeah, but I'll watch it and let you know what I think.
Sounds great. Sounds
Yeah, that sounds great. And then lastly, do you have any advice for people wanting to be in the performing arts industry?
Yeah, I mean there are the stereotypical answers like practice, of course. My friend Jess, who I was on tour with, she always said, if you're the best one in the room, you're in the wrong room. So never be afraid to struggle and to push yourself to be better. But also don't lose sight of what makes you special. So for me, my strong area is my voice. I'm a really strong singer. I'm not the strongest dancer. I'm going to work at my dancing, but I'm not going to focus so much on my dancing that I don't practice my vocals and that gets weak. So there's that. I always say there are going to be a million people that tell you that you can't do it. And sometimes more often than not, the people that tell you that you can't do it are going to be the people closest to you. For me, they were relatives. Relatives telling my mom, why are you taking Brynn to New York? There are thousands of talented people out there. What makes you think that Brynn can hold a candle to one of them? And so there are going to be a million people that tell you no and that tell you that you can't do it. You only need one person to tell you that you can. And sometimes that one person needs to start with you.
Well, that was great advice. I hope all of our listeners take that to heart. And thank you so much, Brynn. We are so grateful to have had you. And yeah, just thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, also, if you guys are coming in late and you didn't get to see the whole interview, it will be on our YouTube channel later, so you can definitely watch it back. But yeah, so thank you so much, Brynn. That's her Instagram down there if you want to check her out. Bye, Brynn.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we have, instead of what we normally do Broadway Tea at the 30-minute mark, but we have something a little bit special for you guys today, and we're going to do Kiss, Marry, Kill Broadway Edition. So here we go. We have like a little wheel. I hope it works and you guys can see it.
I think they can probably see it because I can see it.
Okay, so basically what's going to happen is we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to get 3 people and then we're just going to go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and start.
And definitely we want to hear your opinions in the chat.
We want to hear your opinions in the chat. Don't feel afraid. Okay, first we have Jamie from the last 5 years. Already off to just a great start. I'm also going to remove as we go so we can like keep the wheel going and not have repeats. So we have Jamie from the last 5 years. We have oh, okay. Oh, I like almost like I thought it was gonna be somebody else.
I thought it was gonna be Simba too.
I thought it was gonna be Simba. I always pronounce his name wrong, even though Les Miserables is also one of my favorites. Enjolras. It's like that. It means embellishment if you speak French. But okay, he's from Les Miserables. Okay, so far we have Jamie and Enjolras. And the last person. This is already very interesting. Wait. Now we have Alexander Hamilton. Now this is just going to be interesting. Kenna, you can go first.
No, you can go first.
Me go first. Okay. Kiss, marry, kill. Okay. I'm going to marry Enjolras just because he's the only good person on this list right now. He is, like it's tragic that he died, spoiler, but he is just precious. And in the movie musical, like Aaron Tveit plays him, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I was gonna kill him.
You're gonna kill him? Why? What did
I
he
don't
do?
like Les Mis.
You don't, but it's not about Les Mis, it's about his character.
Yeah, I just can't get into it, so.
Okay, now we have kiss and kill. Now, here we go. I am. Wait. Jamie is a horrible guy.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Jamie is horrible. Jamie. Just the whole song, Still Hurting. Let's just like, Jamie is over, Jamie is gone. Jamie has come to the end of the line. He's decided it's his right to decide. He's probably doing just fine. Like, Jamie is horrible. He is bad.
I'm kissing him, though.
You're kissing Jamie? So you're marrying Hamilton?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're about to get cheated on. I am going to kill Jamie.
I mean, yeah, I'm marrying Hamilton.
Okay, look. I am kissing Hamilton. And I'm killing Jamie because he's just a bad guy. I don't like him. He did not treat her right. I'm going to kiss Hamilton.
Right. Eliza ended the chat saying Eliza ended
Okay.
She did. She got a whole like musical that's kind of telling her story. She's fine.
Okay, look, but you're not Eliza. So.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end up being fine.
Okay. Well, I'm marrying Aharas. I am killing Jamie, and I am kissing Hamilton.
All right. I think.
Okay. Let's do another one.
Yeah, this is fun.
This is fun. This is interesting too, because like there's a bunch of diverse people on here, so
right.
You don't know who you're gonna get. Oh wait. Okay. We have Daniel from Once on This Island, played by my love, Isaac Cole Powell. He's great. Also, he's from North Carolina. That's where you're from. Okay. Okay, so we have Daniel from Once on This Island. We have Mark from Rent. Okay. So Daniel and Mark.
Okay, interesting.
The last person is what's going to decide if it's interesting or not. Oh, okay. We have Link Larkin from Hairspray. You can go first. We have Daniel from Once on This Island, Mark from Rent, and I just forgot who the last person was.
Link Larkin.
Link Larkin, yes, Link.
Okay, I work with me on this. I think I'm going to. I don't want to kill Daniel. But maybe I'll kill Daniel. I'm marrying Mark from Rent because if you don't know, Jordan Fisher played Mark in Rent, and so I'm marrying him, Mark. But then like Link Larkin, you know, this is so hard.
It is hard. I am going to say something controversial right here. I am killing Link Larkin. I am doing it. I just don't really like him. He's just a bland character for me. He's just like...
But like Zac Efron... Okay,
We're not talking about... Even though I'm about to say something controversial. Daniel, in Once on This Island, he really ticks me off at the end because he like marries the other girl and not Timoon, and Timoon is like my baby. Haley Kilgore is just everything, but Isaac Cole Powell plays him. I love Isaac Cole Powell so much. But like, I love him so much. So I am going to kiss him, and then I'm gonna marry Mark because of Jordan Fisher is our king.
Why are the chat saying I kill Mark?
Why would you kill Mark? What did Mark do? Mark didn't do anything.
Yeah, Mark didn't do anything wrong. He was just like videotaping.
He was just like, he was cool. Mark was fine.
January, like
the filmmaker cannot see.
Yeah.
Wait, we're kind of dressed like it a little bit.
Right, we are.
Oh, you're living in America at the end of the millennia.
Sorry, I have like a huge rent face, but it kind of went away now. So
I love Brent. I like my dream role. It's like Maureen.
okay, I think I'm gonna marry Mark, kiss Daniel, and kill Link Larkin. But like Zac Efron played Link Larkin, and like
He did. I mean, you just have to choose. You have to choose.
Okay, that's the list. Don't
okay
for me though.
Okay. The other Mark. There are other Marks on Jordan. Okay, yes, and there's other Daniels that aren't Isaac Colwell and other Links that are Zac Efron. So.
All right.
Okay, here we go. I like when there's like
I really want this one to be good.
Yes, I do. Okay. Michael in the bathroom. Michael in the bathroom. Michael in the bathroom at a party. Oh, I love that song, but like Michael as like a romantic interest is kind of like not it for me. Like he's sweet. Daniel is a solid character. That show is great. So we have Michael from Teamwork Show. We have
Troy Bolton.
What? We have Troy Bolton. Zac Efron makes. Zac Efron comes back. See,
Right,
you didn't have
Zac
to worry.
Efron's back.
Okay, this is easy so far. Let's see what happens.
It's easy.
Wait.
Simba. Oh, yeah. I think I already have
Okay,
mine.
look.
I think I already have
Look.
mine.
I want to preface this
Mine's-
to anybody watching that
Who,
that we
Michael?
do not condone bestiality in any fashion. We're strictly talking about the Broadway version of The Lion King, where Simba is like a guy. We're not talking about the animation or the live action.
No.
We're talking about like,
We're also talking about the. I was confused because I thought we were talking about like the baby Simba. So I was like, why are we doing this with a child? But no, we're talking about Zumba. Sorry. Marrying Zumba. Okay, but I'm marrying Troy Bolton. No, actually, I'm marrying. I'm marrying Simba. I'm kissing Troy Bolton. I'm killing Michael.
Okay, I'm doing the same. Troy, you're cool, but like Simba's like the Lion King, man. Like he's like an icon. And Michael,
I'm killing Michael. We don't even.
Like we love Michael. We love George Salazar. Be More Chill was a great show, but Michael in the Bathroom is a bop. But I'm sorry, you are just not my type. Michael in the Bathroom. That's all I have to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Why marry Troy? No. Okay. Here we go. We have. We have Elder Price from the Book of Mormon. Self-explanatory. Who's next? We have Roger from Rent.
Okay, Roger.
You know, him and Mimi.
Oh, yes. Will you light up and now?
Okay, last one. Here we go. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. Marrying Aaron Burr.
I'm marrying
kissing
Burr.
Roger, killing Elder Price.
I am doing the same. Elder Price, I'm sorry, I'm not a Mormon, so, you know, we just weren't going to work out.
That was so easy. That was very easy.
Burr is God tier, so we don't even have to discuss it. Mark, you're cool. You can light my candle. But that's about it. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, okay.
Seaweed!
We have Seaweed. I love Seaweed.
Yes.
He is underrated. We have Seaweed. Okay. In the one with like Ariana Grande is Penny.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Jack Kelly. I am a big Newsy stan, and Jeremy Jordan and his like, wait, okay. I'm like conflicted here. I am very, very conflicted. Oh no, I'm really conflicted.
Oh, Seymour.
Wait, you go first because I am really struggling.
Okay, so I think I'm marrying Seaweed.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm like not getting. Okay, yeah, I think. Yeah, Jack can go.
What did Jack do wrong though?
And I'm kissing
He
Seymour.
seized the day. Do you not remember? No, you don't. What? What did you just say?
I'm kissing Seymour.
Look, I don't know what to do because hear me out. Hear me out. Seaweed just deserves more. Seaweed is a king.
Seaweed needed more screen time.
Seaweed needed more screen time. He needed 3 more songs. Forget Link Larkin. Link who? Seaweed deserved more. Jack Kelly, Santa Fe. Do you know the song is like, till the moment I found you, I thought I knew what love was. Something to believe in for even a night. Like that song. And then like he was like, we were never meant to meet. Oh no, that was the Ben Bankhauser version. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm still killing.
No, but I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Because Seaweed deserves more. Jack Kelly, I don't know if it's Jack Kelly or if it's Jeremy Jordan.
I feel like you're about to kill Seymour.
I love Seymour. I love Seymour so much. Seymour's just a nice guy, and then like suddenly Seymour, like I don't know what to do. Like he did commit murder, but like it was okay.
I love Seymour.
I don't know what to do. Like, okay, wait. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna. I'm gonna marry Seymour because I feel like he would just treat me right. Like Seymour, like I feel like Seymour is just gonna treat me right. And then I'm gonna kiss Seaweed because he just deserved better. And then I'm gonna regretfully kill Jack. No, what's gonna happen is that Seymour is gonna kill Jack and feed him to a treat too. That's what's gonna happen. There we go. I don't.
I wasn't expecting that from you. I was not.
I'm actually feeling very bad because I could have done it any of the 3 ways. I don't know. Seymour's a good guy. Like Audrey literally says it. It's like just me and my little guy. Like I'm gonna go to the next one because I can't do this anymore. Okay. Oh, I thought that was about to land on the Rum Tum Tugger. Okay, John Lawrence.
John Lawrence.
Okay. Okay. It would be funny if like Usnavi was here.
Usnavi, yeah.
Okay, let's see. JD.
Okay, well I know who I'm killing.
What? JD.
No, yeah, I'm killing JD.
Like, yes, he was.
Me.
Yeah, he was murderous, but like, I don't know. I shouldn't be sticking up for him. He was like a.
Yeah, no, I'm killing JD because he's gonna kill me.
Okay. Who's next? Oh, I am marrying Lafayette.
Wait, no, marrying John Lawrence and kissing Lafayette.
I'm marrying Lafayette. Lafayette. When I was little, people used to call me David, like after David Diggs, because at a certain point my hair looked just like his, and people used to call me David, and send me that one video of him like singing the rubber ducky like all the time. It was a really weird thing. Anyway, I'm marrying Lafayette. I am kissing Lawrence, and regretfully, I'm sorry, Ryan, if you're watching this. We're killing JD.
Yeah, no, I'm killing JD because like,
and like he's cute,
his character,
but he's murderous. Like
no, exactly. I'm like,
and yes, he'll commit murder for you, but then like, what happens if it goes too far? Then like,
right, like what
He's
if
a
I
school
annoy
shooter.
him one day and he's like, oh, okay, well, you annoyed me.
Yeah,
Like,
murder suicide.
No.
Yeah. Okay, that was relatively easy. Okay, next. The wheel's getting smaller.
Right?
Okay. Okay, Maurice. Alex Boniello played him in The Death West Spring Awakening, and Skylar Aston played him in the original cast, Spring Awakening. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Usnavi.
Usnavi, all night. You better even dance with me. You'll make me laugh from the chart.
Like, Usnavi, man. But, like, Anthony's Usnavi.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And
Boris, I'm sorry, the chat's gonna make me laugh.
This just made it so easy. The Rum Tum Tugger is dead. I'm killing the Rum.
Yeah, the Rum Tum Tugger is dead.
It's just
Maurice and marrying Usnavi.
I am doing exactly the same. There's no explanation that needs to go after that one. That was just very self-explanatory.
Yeah, that was so easy.
Like, the Rum Tum Tiger just has so much misplaced, like, energy. I really don't like it. Okay. There's, like, a lot of weird people. A Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice!
Beetlejuice! Oh, boy, this is... Wow, you're dun.
Okay. Okay, Beetlejuice. Danny. Okay, Danny. America's sweetheart, I guess. And then who's next? Pierre. Okay, this is relatively easy.
Okay, I'm killing Pierre.
Okay, who are you kissing?
I'm killing Pierre. I'm kissing Danny because, like, he did make some mistakes. He made some mistakes.
Did I just say? Are you about to say that you're gonna marry Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I'm marrying Beetlejuice.
Oh my god! Wait, my creepy old guy. I'm marrying Beetlejuice guy. I don't know. Honestly, Loki. I'm not gonna kill Pierre. I'm gonna kill Danny Zuko. Just because.
Why?
Because
what did he do to you?
He's so average. I'm sorry.
No, he's so iconic.
He is iconic, and he can't be more iconic than moi. So he's cut. I am marrying Pierre because even though he was a drunk and he was lazy and he dueled Antinol and like all of that, when Danae Benton was kidnapped and about to be taken by the gypsies, and he saved her life and he changed his ways. So I'm gonna kiss him and I'm gonna marry Beetlejuice because here comes the bride. I'm marrying my creepy old guy.
Yeah. I'm obviously gonna
I'm gonna wear like the same dress too. Like, it's gonna be great. Okay, next. We're like getting to the end. There's like
we're getting
a few left.
To the end. This is getting okay. Well, Evan Hansen. There have been so many good Evans. But also Evan will lie to you I'm
and
gonna do
like fake suicide. Like Evan the character is like, I'm gonna lie to you and fake a relationship with your brother who committed suicide so we can date.
Yeah.
Like
Evan is a little
But like Jordan Fisher, Ben Platt, Noah Galvin, Ben Ross, Taylor Trench, Andrew Barthelman, Roman Banks, need I go on, Sam Tutty, like who's next? Connor Murphy, 2 people from the same universe. Whoa. Okay, I mean, I would feel wrong saying kill Connor because he did kill himself, and like that's kind of like you don't want to do that. But like, who's next? Shrek. Yes, onions and layers. I love Shrek so much. I really love Shrek. Shrek is one of my comfort movies.
I think
You go
I'm killing
first.
Shrek though.
Why are you killing Shrek?
I think I'm killing Shrek. Well, actually no, I'm killing Connor because like I'm not gonna explain, but I'm killing Connor. I'm not marrying Shrek because I don't want to be an ogre.
Yeah, but do you want to marry somebody who fabricated a relationship and made your family be like the most hated people in the world and like made a fake relationship with your brother who committed suicide just to like date you?
Yeah, I think I'm marrying Evan and kissing Shrek because if you marry him, you're gonna turn into an ogre, and I just cannot. That's a no.
But what if he turned into a prince? It might flip. This is what I have to say.
But that's not what happened in the movies, so.
Yeah, but that was because she was an ogre at heart. This is what I have to say.
Into a prince, he wasn't cute, so.
Okay, look. This is what I have to say. Evan Hansen, Jordan Fisher as Evan Hansen. That's a different story. And
Roman Banks.
Roman Banks as Evan Hansen is a completely different story, and Andrew Barthelme and Jordan Fisher are a different story. Roman Banks is a completely different story. So we're just gonna pause that right there. But we're taking this as a character, and since so many good people have played Evan, I'm going to assess him solely on his character and what he did in the show. I'm sorry, but I do not want those issues. I'm gonna kiss you, and after I kiss him, he's gonna be happy though, because like somebody paid him attention, and he's gonna be happy. I am killing Connor Murphy. I feel really bad about this because I feel like you shouldn't kill somebody who like, but he dies anyway, so like it's like nothing out of
right. That was my thinking behind it. Like if he's gonna die anyway,
yeah,
I wouldn't like.
And I'm marrying Shrek because like I'm sorry, I just don't want those issues. And you know what, Shrek, we can do like the somebody once told me the world was like. Yep. Okay, I think we have 1, 2. We have 3 more. I'm excited. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. There's some interesting people though. Okay.
Evan Goldman.
In true 13 fashion, we have
Yes, and I'm Evan Goldman. 13.
Okay. Okay. You get the idea, wedding. Okay. Frank Abagnale from Catch Me If You Can. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio. The Aaron Tveit. 1 more. And Fierro. Okay, so hold on. We have Fierro, Frank Abagnale, and who was the first person?
Evan Goldman.
Evan Goldman. How did I forget that? Okay.
Oh, I have mine.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm killing Fierro. And I'm kissing Frank. Just because of Leonardo DiCaprio. But you know, whatever. And marrying Evan.
Okay, I feel weird about marrying Evan because like he is 13 and I'm like 16, and that's like I don't know.
Oh.
It's kind of, I don't know. Fierro is a pretty icon. Nope, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna marry Frank Abagnale because if anything ever happens, I know that we can get out of the country. He's gonna sneak us out of the country. We're gonna have passports. We're gonna be able to do the whole thing. Guaranteed safety, and you know, Leonardo DiCaprio. There we go. Evan is 3 years younger than me, and I would just feel really weird about kissing him. So I don't want to kill him, but like I'm gonna kill him and I'm gonna kiss Fiyero, because that's just something that I think if I ever got the chance to do in real life, like if Fiyero, like actual Fiyero, like I was like, I'd be like, oh, okay. So there we go. We have 2
Yeah,
more.
I'm marrying Evan.
You have fun with that. Okay, we have 2 left. We have Aaron Samuels.
Aaron Samuels, yeah.
Every time I think of Aaron Samuels, I think of that one Todrick Hall video, and he's like, "Oh my God, I heard you like Aaron Samuels." Like the way that he says that, I always think of that. Okay, Aaron Samuels. Dr. Pomander.
Ooh, this is juicy. I don't know.
Dr. Pomander and last.
Dr. Pomander. I love Dr. Pomander.
I love Dr. Pomander too. And Orpheus.
I'm killing Orpheus.
Oh my God, why would you kill Orpheus?
Because I like the other people better.
I'm marrying Orpheus. He is going to sing to me and spring is going to come. I'm marrying Orpheus. Dr. Pomander is kind of a little bit problematic though. Like if you think about it, like he's a little bit problematic. You go first.
I'm kissing Dr. Pomander and I'm marrying Aaron Samuels.
I feel like Aaron Samuels just isn't that interesting. I'm gonna marry Orpheus. I'm going to kiss Dr. Pomander and I'm gonna kill Aaron Samuels. I'm sorry.
That was way harsh.
I'm sorry. I really like Orpheus as a character, and Dr. Pomander
is
a terrible person, but like I would kiss Dr. Pomander. Like,
no, like, I mean, yeah, but like
he has his issues. But I'm not gonna
but he had some good songs too. It only takes a taste.
Yeah,
like you matter to me. Are we just gonna forget that duet happened?
Yeah. Okay, we have our last 3, and this is an interesting group of people. We have Horton the elephant from Seuss the musical. We have Dimitri from Anastasia, and we have Nechias from Les Miserables.
Okay, well, I'm killing Les Miserables person.
Why? Literally, why?
I don't like Les Mis, and like
yeah, but if you but you have to take that as the character, like. Marius, first off, Nick Jonas played Marius, and he was iconic. He was
okay. I'm switching it around.
You don't have to.
For Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas as Marius is my favorite Marius.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, kiss, and then marry. Yeah, I'm killing Horton, and then. I totally forgot who the other person was, but
Dimitri.
Oh, yeah, marry Dimitri, yeah.
I am marrying Horton the elephant, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Horton heard that who, and when everybody called him crazy, he's like, I am not giving up on you. I'm going to search for you, and I'm going to prove to everybody that you are here, and I'm going to stick up for you. Like he said, I meant what I said what I meant. An elephant is faithful 100%, so I know he is not going to cheat on me. He's going to be the best. I'm going to sing I'm going to be like Gertrude, and I'm going to be like, all for you. And like, we're just going to have this moment. And the songs in Seussical were great. I was in Seussical. It was a good time. I met Kevin Chamberlain. He sang Alone in the Universe, and I like quaked in my boots. I'm marrying Horton. I am killing Dimitri. Nothing against like Derek Klina or anything like that. Derek Klina is great, but I'm sorry, I'm killing Dimitri just because like
I love Derek Klina.
I love Derek Klina too. I did a thingy with him a few weeks.
Me too.
Ah yeah. And then Marius, I am kissing Marius because I love Les Miserables. I love Nick Jonas Marius, and like the song, the one is like. Don't you fret, Monsieur Marius. I cannot feel the pain, the little fall of rain. Why don't you like the Les Miserables? Please tell me why.
I just don't like it. It's boring.
It's not boring. There's so much drama. It's so good.
I wanted drama, I'd watch reality TV.
But it's so much better. It's so much better. Like, and then like even the movie version with like Aaron Tveit, Amanda Seyfried, Hugh Jackman. why can't I think of her name? I don't know why I can't think of her name. Anne Hathaway. It was Sacha Baron Cohen. Like, it was so good.
I just don't like it. It's boring, right?
It's not boring. I'm freaking tired of you. Eponine is a dream role of mine. I would play Eponine or Fantine in a heartbeat. If somebody was like, would you like to play Eponine? I'd be like, yes. I do want to say one thing that I think is very racist and I am not here for. In every single cast of like on Broadway and like national tour, West End, whatever, in Les Miserables, they never have a black Cosette. Now they've had black Eponines, but Eponine dies and gets trampled on and gets her heart broken. But like, I feel really iffy about the fact that they'll only let like a black girl play Eponine, but they won't let a black girl play Cosette, even though I don't really like Cosette at all, but I'm still just not here for it. So yeah, there's our rant for the day. You got something new, something fun, something interesting.
Something fresh.
If you guys like this, let us know. We might do it again. Maybe if you guys really like this, go to our most recent Instagram post and leave down people that you want us to do next time. Yeah, so just thank you guys for coming. We had a great show. Brynn was fun. This was fun. Yeah. Bye, teacups.
Thank you. Bye.